Hi, I'm Nick Valentine.
And I'm Catherine Boodry, and we're here to discuss the Charlton story and his legacy of becoming a successful entrepreneur.
Earl P. Charlton was a successful entrepreneur in the late 1800s and early 1900s. He had a great mindset on to what he wanted in life. Charlton worked for Thomas Newell. This is how he earned and saved his money. While working for Newell, he had met Seymour Knox, his future business partner. Saving money from his previous jobs helped Charlton open up his first store in Fall River, Massachusetts. He and his partner decided Charlton would run and operate the Fall River store. Charlton did not even finish high school. Considering this, his accomplishments were very outstanding. Before the merge, he was successful and opened 53 more stores. Charlton also developed an entirely new way to shop. Before, customers would have to ask their clerk if they had a certain item. Charlton made it so that customers could browse the stores on their own and pick out what they needed. The idea itself was a creative way to improve business. Before, customers were limited to only products that they knew of. Now they could browse the store, see different types of merchandise, and in the end, hopefully spend more money. This idea set Charlton ahead of the game from his other competitors. Charlton had an outstanding reputation for how he treated his employees. He was more concerned about their well-being rather than them living up to their every expectation. One example being an employee who had a bad alcohol addiction. Being a professional, Charlton was obligated to fire this employee. But however, he was more concerned for his well-being than letting him go. His wife worked in the store as well, and Charlton tried his best to make her feel comfortable working for the company. Charlton was a very reasonable man, as we can tell from the letters he wrote in the story, and seemed to always have the best decisions in mind, not solely based on money. Charlton was a man who knew what he wanted and wouldn't stop until he got it. The dedication he put into his job was what really made him a success story. As if owning 53 stores wasn't enough, Charlton insisted on the merger as well. Earl Charlton, Charles Woolworth, Fred Kirby, Seymour Knox, and Frank Woolworth joined together to create the F.W. Woolworth Company. After the merge happened, the F.W. Woolworth Company contained a total of 596 stores. Compared to what Mr. Charlton owned before, he prepared himself for much more work. Charlton was not only a great success in the business world, but was known for making many charitable donations as well.
Along with his success came charity. He made a large donation to the Truesdale Hospital in Fall River, Massachusetts, where he donated $35,000. This was the biggest donation made to a hospital in New England at the time. Charlton and President Calvin Coolidge were close friends during his presidency. President Coolidge asked Mr. Charlton to hold a fundraiser for the Clark School of the Deaf, where he raised about $2 million in a contribution of $110,000 to this fund. On July 17, 1997, all of the F.W. Woolworth stores closed for good. Competition grew and it became harder and harder for the stores to keep running. This led to their profits greatly decreasing. The location of the popular shopping centers had changed since the early times when they created their stores. Charlton's stores are no longer around, but he is still considered a successful man. During his years of success, he was very well known. Woolworth did not die until 60 years later, so he kept the business running. Charlton died when he was 67. In his will, it consisted of where he wanted his money to go. He left money for his family and his employees. He also created many new trusts. His most memorable donation was to the students at UMass Dartmouth. Recently, the family of Earl P. Charlton donated $3 million to the Charlton College of Business to build a new building. Earl P. Charlton was a great businessman and a loving family man. Charlton earned his money honorably by hard work and did not take money he knew he could not pay back. But he was also a trustworthy man who passed away with dignity and respect. Charlton will forever be remembered as one of the most successful entrepreneurs of his time, and he is an important role model for the future entrepreneurs here at UMass Dartmouth.
And we have some pictures for you. One of the earliest ones of Mr. Charlton when he was younger. Let's see what else we have here. As he gets a little bit older, this is right after the merger.
Stores.
These are the first 5 and 10 cent stores that were owned, as you can see. These are the 5 partners. 2 Woolsworth and Knox and Charles and
So
this was Mr. Charlton's house.
the inside, of course.
It's outside. His lovely wife. This is Ida. Charlton. It's a cutie. We have his 2 grandchildren, one of whom is the one that...
Yeah.
The one that comes here and talks to us. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This was Earl at the height of his success.
Yeah.
President Coolidge.
Coolidge. Friends.
Feels very happy.
Made it to the newspaper.
This is when they first made the cover in the newspaper. The Woolworth story. Yeah.
So all around, overall, I mean, I think that he was a very successful entrepreneur, and I think that he's a great role model for any students, not even just at UMass Dartmouth, but anywhere who wants to be like an entrepreneur when they get older.
He really sets the bars for, in order to be a successful entrepreneur, you really have to take risks, and, without risk, you can't have success, and he displayed that.
He's definitely someone who, like, a student would want to follow his footsteps, and
without him, a lot of us wouldn't have our business education here.
Right. Yeah. He's an important guy at UMass Dartmouth. He made that nice new building on campus. It's beautiful.
It is.
And isn't like in the future they're gonna make like a whole new building of where all the business classes are? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So none of this would be possible without him.
Right. Thank you. Charlton.
Yeah. And
the family.
And I also find it funny that he didn't graduate high school. And yet
that's interesting.
He was as successful as he was.
Yeah.
Kind of contradicts the whole point of us going to college.
And he wasn't just successful, like, he donated, like, he was very, like, caring, because he donated, like, so much money to thousands of dollars to, like, hospitals to help, like, sick.
This is true. He's a good example that, generosity and charitable donations are something that all successful people should do.
All around great guy.
And I don't think he would have made it as far as he did and been as loved and popular as he was if he didn't make all those donations.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sums it up.
Yeah, so that's about it. I'm Nick Valentine.
And I'm Catherine Boodry.
And thank you for watching our documentary video.